We're on a mission to get to this epic clifftop camp. But between us and camp is one of the hardest four-wheel drive tracks in Australia, 6-stage.
We started this section of track at about 7 p.m. It's just gone midnight.
Named because it has 6 of the wildest and scariest challenges that cause more panel damage than any other track in the country.
You could ride a car off in one challenge, and the 6 challenges.
And currently for us, it's turning into a night run rescue mission.
Good, it's 6-stage. Can finally tick this one off the old bucket list. It's been on my agenda for so many years. I mean, Jock has talked about 6-stage for as long as I've known the bloke. And in fact, I think anyone who's ever met Jock would know that he's driven 6-stage, because he'll tell you it's one of his proudest forward driving feats, I think, and for good reason too. It is a gnarly track. Very excited about this one.
Stage 1 is known as a Gatekeeper. If your four-wheel drive can't get past this wild, rocky, off-camber climb, you go home. And even if you do make it through, there's a high chance this big old tree root will claim a panel or canopy door on the way through.
How do you stay away from this one, mate?
Yeah, it's a hard one. We'll see how we go.
Okay, he's not leaning into it, he's going around it a bit. Oh no, no choice.
There we go. Through the first section, Luxy did well. I think we're going to have to watch some of the panels on those wagons near that tree.
This is the bit I'm a little bit concerned about, because you're going to be very close to this tree root. I'm going to just go really slow here.
So you want to come up there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Call those clear views in, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe if you steer right, start to steer right now. Nice and slow.
Oh, no.
No. I reckon right hand down and back.
It just wants it to go into it, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you just back right up, I'll pack that hole again. I packed the one before it. You can see here just how close the rock step is leaning Sooty's panel into the bank. And with how good the 80's looking, we don't want to get this wrong. Nice and slow.
I'll turn into it now?
Yeah, start to turn in, because there's another hole in front of you.
Oh, come on, rear. Follow the front. You go real slow. I'm playing with fire here.
Yes, son! Yes! Well done!
That's the intro to the track. Sign me up. That's some pretty serious fun.
Tim has joined us again in the big Stedi GU, and he's probably the first bloke to bring a full-size canopy up this track. That's it, mate.
Thanks, Skinny.
It's gonna feel wild, but just stay left.
Breathe in.
Nice and slow. That's it, mate.
Can we push that off a little bit? Oh, there's a playing card in that. That's it.
Slow. Rocks are coming out now, so.
Oh, just touched it. You might have to winch.
I think we're going to have to winch it.
It's a smart move here. With a slight hit on the canopy, Tim's jumping on the winch to minimise damage. Rounding out Team Toyota in our convoy is Simon in the big Tough Dog 80. Nice and slow, mate.
Slowly. Nope.
Maybe sit right there and just see if it leans away.
That's it.
Look at that.
That's it.
That's it.
Nice.
Slow. Just edge it forward. That's it, mate. Beautiful.
Perfect. That's it.
Wants it.
Oh, loves it. slider.
Window's getting real close to the stump.
Yeah, it's getting a buck up.
I'll have to winch it, lads.
Nah, you gave it a red hot go. Same thing as Soot though, it was just
couldn't quite get there,
yeah.
The problem with this step is once you've gotten most of the panels past the tree root, it's got to climb 2 steps simultaneously.
Oh, the first stage, a 6 stage. Heard lots about this one, never been down here, so we'll see how we go.
Well, we'll get the winch out.
Quick winch, Tony.
Poor old Nissans, they don't seem to have what it takes in the tough terrain.
Tony is back behind the wheel of the GME GQ and it's the perfect 6-stage rig.
Very good, mate.
Very nice, Tony.
Easy.
That's it.
Easy.
Nice.
Good news is, mate, this is the start of the start of the start.
Oh, I like this track. It's
Let's
good.
do it, eh? This track continues to get harder and harder as you head up the climb. But even between stages, it's super steep and technical. We can't stop though, as next up is the first serious challenge of the track.
So this is what Jock refers to as the Mega Rut. It's pretty easy to see why. It's a huge Mega Rut. Now, believe it or not, you don't get your tyres in through here and drive up through here. You get your tyres up here and keep it as high as you can up the bank. That's right, you keep your tyres up here. The danger is you got your tyre up so high, it's fantastic when it all works. When it slides down, you can imagine the panel damage you could do. But even getting to this stage, you're going to be off-cambered up into the bank and all sorts of stuff. So Jocko's going to go first, show us how it's done. I want to give him a little spot, fingers crossed. We get all the vehicles through in one piece. Yep. The back's in, but it's looking good. Yep.
Happy days, well spotted, mate.
Well done, well done. Well, there you go. That's what to do. Somehow my roof's going to hit that. I don't know how, but probably will.
That's it.
I'm just touching the roof rut.
Yeah, your awning's holding the car off the bank. Just give it a little go through there to push through. Hey, mate.
Oh, is that the awning?
Bugger. Yeah, it's gotten a bit worse.
Oh, I can see it. That's really ugly.
Yeah. Ah, that was the last thing we wanted to happen. With the rack now potentially causing panel damage, we're changing plans. Tim is going to bring the Stedi rig up the rear and will use his winch to help pull Sooty off the bank. And at the same time, Shaun can use his winch to help pull the vehicle forward. Just stop there, stop there. Shaun, can you have a little winch forward now? We've got tension on your bum to try and hold you off. As is the case with any of these situations, that's it. It pays to slow down. That's it. Take your time. You're in a pretty good spot on the front here. You lined up quite nice. Yeah, stop there, stop there. I reckon you'll drive the rest of that if you want to have a go. That's it, yep. It's going to slip in the rear, I think, with the start on that line. It'll just slip in nice and slow. Right, bum's coming in now. Drive through that, it's going to lift up. Yep, that's it. All right, you're kind of in the right now, kind of have to be. Keep coming on that, keep coming on that, keep coming. That's it, beautiful. It's going to feel wild, but you're just going to have to drive through it. Yep, that's it, beautiful. Bit of left, that's it. Come on, baby, come down. Little more, little more. That's it, beautiful. Now steer right hand down. Hard right, that's it.
Well,
that was hectic.
now the only real question I've got, how are the flares?
This flare's sweet. That flare's sweet. That flare's sweet, and your front's sweet.
And no panel damage. Just the
I don't
back got fed. That's
Two good things. One is it's back square again, kind of, and there's no panel damage.
That's a win. That's a win. Well played, everyone.
With Tim following Shauno's drive, I think he'll try and attempt something slightly different here.
He's coming into the bank early. Mate, that's a good idea.
Yep. More left. This is a big angle. Yeah, that's it. Nice and slow. Yep, that's it. Go forward on that. Little bit left. More left. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it now, right hand down. That's a committing drive, mate. Well done. Yep, that's it, mate. It's a big car, bring up that. Simon's up next in the Tough Dog 80.
That's it.
And
That's
with
your
that
line.
auto, he should sneak it past that bank with ease.
Might just have a quick winch.
Yeah.
You won't need much.
A quick winch through the rut and he'll drive the rest. That's it, mate. Do you want to have a drive? Perfect. That's it. That's it.
Good, eh?
Well, fair to say the old girl's been christened. That was as crazy as it gets.
With Tony having the benefit of watching what to do and what not to do,
Lovely, mate.
I reckon he'll blitz this one. That's it, mate. Bit of right.
Wow, that is a mega rut indeed.
With the Mega Rut now behind us, we scrabble our way to the next stage.
Just squeeze through here. These tracks are so tight. So tight. Now normally I wouldn't care too much, but as you can see, I've recently given Sooty a little bit of a makeover, and part of that was giving it a new little coat of Raptor coating. It's been out 3 years, and in that time, hear that? It's scraping along. This Raptor coating really holds up to some scratches and bruises off-road. That's part of the reason why I've got it on Sooty, because this is a bit of a workhorse, this rig. While it might put a couple of little pinstripes down it, it's a lot tougher than regular paint, and that's why I'm not too stressed at the end of the day. And if you notice the cool colour of Sooty, it's actually a Toyota colour. The Raptor coating is tintable. You can actually change it to whatever colour you want to sort of suit exactly what you're going for in terms of your build. It works really well in places just like this.
Oh, don't speak too soon, Shauno. Shiny old Sooty might not like what's ahead.
We're up here. Oh wow. There's no real good decisions here.
Nah.
It's if we build this up, get some rocks so you can actually get your tyres up. Yeah, righto. Oh, look at that. Look at the paint. Look at the paint on the rock.
Yeah.
Is that when people have gone, "Oop."
Yeah. And once you get up, like if your back tyre slips in there, that's where I smashed the window on the pony. It was right there.
Right there, because it's gone
Yeah.
like that.
Whoa! There goes the doors. There goes my window. You okay? Yeah, I'm right.
And then once you get past this, then you've got to deal with the diff smasher 5000.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do there? Wowzers. Okay, well, let's have a go.
Have a go, eh?
Yeah. Actually, more importantly, you should have a go.
The path to V-Rock is a rock garden that's almost as hard as the main challenge. Getting through this one takes pinpoint accuracy and a lot of pivoting off your bar work. I'll do a rollback, I think.
Yeah. Where are you coming up here?
Yeah, I want to try and get my tyre up there. I just might need someone to watch my shaft when I hit this rock.
Okay, I can do that. No, I think we're fine on that line. Once that tyre starts climbing anyway. Yep, yep. That's what you want to do. That shaft's perfect. Very good. Wow. Very good.
Hey!
Well
Happy
played,
days! With the rock garden successfully navigated, time for V-Rock.
Yeah, the rear's not going to fall in. Just got to get that rear up to climb now.
The camera never does these challenges justice, but you can see here just how hard it is to maintain traction whilst pivoting over the top.
It's the right line, Jocko. There's like, the good thing is there's no damage going to happen because it just needs to be able to climb these rears up.
Yeah, it just wedged in sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted it. I think it's one of those things, if it starts to climb, just stay into it.
Reckon give it just a crawl or have a go?
I would have a little go. I just want to see where that rear does it. And then sort of as it starts getting you right over a little bit more, then just straighten up when you come up.
Copy, alright, so what happens?
Yep. That really bent the slider, holy. I didn't expect that, sorry. Bugger, so close, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else you could have done.
Nah, bigger tyres.
Yeah.
But that's alright, we've got the front end in a good spot, maybe a winch through here.
Yeah, that's the hard bit done. I mean, you can just winch it over, it won't take much.
With the Luxie hooked up, it'll be a quick winch over the rock. I would have loved to drive it, however with the slider now bent, I really didn't want to risk doing more damage to the sill. I can't actually get out of this car anymore. With the Wrath of V-Rock on my slider, I'll have to get in and out Dukes of Hazzard style now.
Normally, I would say when I've seen the line, get a bit of confidence and I know what to do now. There's not a single doubt in my mind I can get Sooty to this position, but in what state will Sooty be? That's the question.
Shaun's really going to have to focus on this next stage. The Luxie's purpose built for tracks like this, and even it got stuck.
Very tricky. You got to think. I've nearly got a headache from overthinking things.
Yes. Now start to steer right.
And then I'll come left hand down.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sweating.
Stop from there and go hard right and forward. Yep, that's it. Yeah, see if it comes up on. Right and down and back. Just a bar, it's okay, it's pretty tough. If we pack that back right, that might help.
Yeah, might get a couple of rocks in there.
Yeah, at least like if you get over here, as long as you're away from that rock, we can winch your bum over, but
yeah.
I just want to keep the cab off that.
Yeah, you don't want to feed a tail shaft now.
It was.
No, sir.
Oh, it's hitting your rear diff and pivoting you around.
Yeah.
Ah.
What?
It's not fed, but it's getting the workout. Yeah, it's like corkscrew marks up it.
I'll just chuck the winch on if this doesn't work. Snapped it?
Yeah. Bugger. Doing a tail shaft isn't the end of the world if you've got a spare. However, unfortunately for us, Shauno doesn't have one in Soot. A little bit more. Yep. We're going to need to put our heads together now and come up with a solution. Because V-Rock is probably the worst place you want to be stuck with a busted four-wheel drive. Now that Sooty's secured on the winch, we're going to remove what's left of the shaft.
Well, it's a bit of a combination for a couple of weeks in the bush. I got a couple of scratches on it beforehand, and I no doubt kissed it on the rock a few times here, and then I went to take off and it's just twisted and snapped. Pretty common though, hey Jocko?
Very common. I've done this exact thing right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Yeah, look, it happens. It's unlucky to happen right here because I wanted to have a go at the big V-Rock. But anyway, there is a, believe it or not, a bypass track, you told me?
There is a bypass
Just tell me that now.
Yeah.
No, look, I think I could winch my way around, but I'll possibly do panel damage in there, so there's no use risking it. I've done enough damage today. I'm going to just try and reverse. It's got to be an effort on its own, mind you, in two-wheel drive, just front-wheel drive. Get down right back to the start. I don't know how we're going to do that, but then I'll try and get up there. It'll be a winch fest no matter what happens. Anyway, look, we'll get back into it. It's starting to get dark. Let's go.
Limping Sooty back down through the rock garden is proving extremely challenging.
It's nearly 9 p.m. now, and I'm where I was about an hour ago.
With multiple resets, winches, and rock packing, we've gotten Sooty to the base of the bypass. Tim has offered to hook Shauno onto the back of the Stedi rig to help pull it up the bypass.
Righto, Tim, we've got the snap strap on, and look, mate, I'm going to be honest with you, if there was ever a patrol that was going to get towed by, I'm glad it's the big 4.8, mate. Let's have a go, eh? That's it.
You can see even the bypass isn't easy.
It's pretty wild, this bit.
The top section of the track doesn't hold enough traction for the GU to snatch Sooty.
Alright, I've just gone over some rocks, so that's probably a good place for me to stop if you want to give it a little bit more of a winch.
Very slow and steady game, this one. You don't want to spin the front too much. You risk damaging your CVs or your hubs. There's nothing easy about this. It's just small little steps. Like every metre is a bit of a win at the moment. 10 o'clock at night, and we're getting there. Still, obviously, a couple of vehicles to get up and through, but it's a good team bonding exercise, this one. Everyone's having a good time, which is that's the key. And the best thing is, I didn't get to drive the V-Rock, so you know I'm going to be back.
With Tim helping Sooty up and Simon not wanting to push his wagon beyond its limits, that leaves V-Rock's final victim. Good luck, Tony. That's it, mate. That's nice. Yep. Little bit left. That's it. Oh, no! You're right there, mate.
What a stitch up.
The swag is going to be the most comfortable place ever tonight. I'm not even going to do stretcher, no awning. Just roll it out on a bit of dirt and just dream about big rocks.
Yeah, left hand down.
That's it.
There we go. Oh.
Yep, I was going to do it a bit more left. Yep, that's it. Come on, up you come.
Any more left, or is that it?
That's full lock. Yeah, I'd rather just winch it.
Yeah. If you can hold it there, it's a good spot to winch. Perfect.
After a few solid attempts from Tony, he's opted to winch the final part of V-Rock and then join the club of busted vehicles. Solid effort, mate. That's it.
Good job, mate, good job. We started this section of track at about 7 p.m. It's just gone midnight. Holy. It's been one for the ages.
It's been a massive day, and I, for one, can't wait to get the canvas rolled out. And with our hardest mission still ahead, we're in for one heck of a day tomorrow. The daylight seems to have come around pretty quickly this morning, and after a few hours of shut-eye, it's time to get back into it. Today's biggest challenge is to figure out how we can limp Sooty off the track. Because with some of the toughest stages still ahead, and no option to turn back, We're now on a rescue mission to get Sooty out.
Holy. Last night was definitely one for the memory books. That was one of the hardest nights of wheeling I've had in a long, long time. Really tough track, and as you saw, tail shaft went, and I think I was on the winch for about an hour and a half towards the end of that night, just trying to get up the hill. But we were absolutely giving this run a heck of a workout, and really does pay when you go in the bush. You know this, but to get a really reliable winch. Now, this is the brand new 13 Expedition. I've been punishing this one in Tasmania and now on some tough tracks in New South Wales, and I gave it an absolute hiding last night, and I'll tell you what, I loved it. Now, a couple of things I like about this one, it does have a 600 amp solenoid, so that's usually the place where a lot of winches let you down in the solenoid. This has got a 600 amp solenoid, and it's built tough. It's got cool new styling, which actually gives it a lot more strength in the housing. This braid rope is really easy to pull out. The free spool works quite well on the winch, and overall, gets the job done. Not out of the woods yet, still got a fair bit to go on this track, so wouldn't be surprised. I'm using this a lot more today.
Bo and Luke Duke. Oh. Oh no, I turned my lockers on with my knee. Well, that was not graceful. But I'm in here now. It's time to wheel.
Here's the plan of attack for today. We're actually going to split the convoy into two. We're going to get Jocko and his Hilux, Simon his 80 series and the big GQ up to the top of the track. Now I'm going to go with those guys. When they get to the top of the track, I'm actually going to remove Simon's tail shaft. He's very kindly offered to let me lend that tail shaft for a little bit. I'll run that tail shaft back, fit it to Sooty, and then myself and the big Stedi rig are going to go up together, and we'll meet up the top. Yeehaw. Track done. That is the plan. So at all costs, what we need to do is protect Simon's tail shaft. That's why I'm going to follow the boys up for the first bit. Wish us luck.
Stage 4 is straight out of camp, and it's the calm before the storm.
Righto, Jocko, first challenge of the day. Good luck, mate.
All right, Luxie, straight out of camp and straight into it. Let's lead the way. Yes, that's it, my girl. More of that, my girl. There's a rock there, step up. Come on, that's it. Oh yeah. The convoy is blitzing through stage 4, which is a welcome change, as what's ahead might just ruin our plans. Very nice. It's always daunting when coming up to a rock step that we've affectionately named Tail Shaft Step.
This is a very tail shafty rock because as soon as your rear starts grabbing, it pulls you over there and just feeds your rear tail shaft. Sneaks up on you if you're not careful.
Holy.
Have I hit my shaft already?
Yes. You've got 2 more kisses before it explodes.
Sick.
Put a couple of logs that way, man, and then pack.
Yeah. You got rid of everything we just did.
Now I'm teetering.
On the slider. Winch?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, let's do that.
It doesn't take much for it all to go wrong here. It's the smart move here opting for the winch.
Hey you boys, save that tail shaft, live to fight another day.
Oh. I thought that was going to walk up.
Yeah, me too, it always had it.
Go back a bit.
As is the case with many of these challenges, you really only get one attempt before spitting all the rocks out. Yeah, buddy!
Nice one, boys. Thank you.
That's it.
any ting, ting, ting? Is that the shaft?
It came this way a bit. It's on the rock.
It's on the rock? Nah, let's not do it.
With all hands on deck to preserve Sooty's lifeline, good call here. That's it.
It shafts off.
With Simon narrowly avoiding ending up in a situation like Sooty, it's only the warm-up to what lies ahead. Well, boys, welcome to the final stage of 6 stage. It's a proper hill,
It really is. They've saved one of the best to last, in my opinion. When you look at it from a distance, you think there's no absolute chance you're driving up there. You get a bit closer, you still have those sort of themes going through your head, but there is a bit of a line through here.
There is. It's common to get up this bit and then just sit here and there's nothing stopping you but traction. And then if you get a little bit, you find it and you're away. But we'll see how the Luxie goes. It has driven this before, but only once. I've winched every other time.
Was that time you forgot your phone and you couldn't take any photos?
Yeah. The guy who took a video lives down the coast, doesn't have Facebook. Anyway, I'll give it a go.
Good luck, mate. What I'm quite concerned about is him just getting onto the track, because there's a massive rock there in a wagon. You're likely to do your rear quarter. Now, if he touches his tray, it's going to give us a good idea what to expect in a wagon. Oh, that's a different line. I get it. He's going right up there. Okay, that's what he meant.
Like as high as you possibly can. Oh my goodness.
That wouldn't feel good in soot. Come forward on that if you can. A little bit to me. Yep. That's it. Yeah, do that again. Yep. Just as soon as it gets a little bit more, you're in. Go back. I'll whack a rock in.
Deceptive, eh?
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't act as a big wheel shock and doesn't just...
Give it a go from there, left hand down.
Yeah, a little bit left hand down, because that's on this groove of rock. It's going to keep you up there.
Yeah.
And left. That's it. That's it.
Very nice.
So that little rock did all the work there.
Oh yeah.
I think this is hectic. Just when you think this track has offered all it has, then you come around the corner and you see something like this. It's yeah, it's got a reputation for a reason.
Stop there. Yeah.
The final climb out is a doozy here. There's little traction on these rocks.
That might have been the spring. I think it might have been a spring.
Yeah, well, it's not a tail shaft.
Yeah. There's nothing like a spring relocating to keep the crew on edge, eh? Glad that wasn't a tail shaft.
I don't want to turn that way anymore. Like, I don't want to get dragged over there.
Yeah.
It's better to winch on this side if we can.
Yeah, you're in a good spot to winch now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Chuck it on.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it wants it.
Doesn't want it.
Sometimes it's about knowing when to call it, and that's now.
Definitely not a lot. There we go. Well, a lot of winching, but we got up there reasonably unscathed. I can't open my driver door anymore, but that's a win.
Heaps of room.
Heaps.
Good packing, boys. Steer a bit left, Tony. That's it. Nah. Go back and left hand down. You're at the bottom now. Go hard right hand down, mate. Yeah, that's it. That's nicer.
Jock, I can't see Shaun.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Stay on that.
That's good. Nah, it goes in the hole.
That's it.
Nah. That rear goes in the hole. Go back.
Same place as me. If we can get that in.
Get that in there.
Yeah.
Go back again.
Yeah, stay on that.
Yep. Go. Nah.
Let's just have a little winch from there, shall we?
It's hard, isn't it?
Mate, I was under no illusion. I knew it was hard.
Sometimes you can get a feel for it. Sometimes if the car feels like it wants it. But both our
I'm
cars,
just hitting the same spot.
I think, yeah, we got to the same spot.
Very similar setup too, right?
Yeah. Even with some rock packing in the right areas, there's still no traction. It's looking like this final challenge might beat us all.
There it goes.
Very nice.
That is without a doubt the most hectic track I've ever driven, and pretty glad to be up the top of that last little obstacle. That was yeah, pretty crazy line.
First of the wagons. We've packed it up pretty good though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty keen to see how it goes around. If it gets past here, get the
Happy
winch on, the
days.
same thing. Yeah, we've got this in the bag. That's the ticket. Turn on that. That's it. That's it. Left.
Yeah. It's gonna happen, boys.
I reckon if you go hard left down, just really slowly, it should just slowly. Slowly, mate, real slow.
I don't feel we're gonna drive out of this.
No, when it hits this rock,
Yeah,
just
we
go
good too?
slowly, just slow. That's it, let's keep going. Okay, now crawl forward, you should drive forward now. That's it, well done.
Ah, bugger. Any panel damage is never good. Fortunately, it didn't smash the window. In the interest of protecting 80 panels, we've actually got Simon's front up. We're just gonna winch him up over this step and he might be able to drive the rest. You'll probably drive from there if you want to have a go.
Yep.
Don't turn in yet, just see if it climbs there. That's it. Now a bit of right hand down, bit more right. Yep. Nice and slow. That's it, mate. Beautiful.
I think I might just have a sip of cold water.
Yeah.
Think about what just went down, and that we just drove a 2,900 kilo car
Up
a pretty serious embankment. Hey,
Yeah, roger that.
that was pretty cool.
In a plot twist in our efforts to get Sooty off the track, we've realised that the tail shaft on the Tough Dog 80 isn't the right size due to the fact that it's an auto and not a manual. We've just finished Mighty 6 stage. We're going to air up and head back into town so we can pick up Shaun's spare tail shaft. Wanted to take a second to show you a cheeky little mod I've done to the Sasluxy. You might be looking at this thinking, wait, that's where you put your fuel in. Not on this car. Because the suspension is so modified, the factory fuel tank used to sit down here, can't sit there anymore. It's at the back and my fuel filler is on the other side. So I had this empty space and I've actually put the outlet for my air compressor there. It also means I can put my Morphlate air hub straight into it. These are awesome because they'll automatically inflate and deflate your tyres, and they've also got real fast solenoids in there. So when you've got big tyres like I do, you can just set and forget and you don't have to worry. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm actually down quite low. I'm gonna jump back up to road pressures around 35 pound. That's at 35. Now I'll open him up. Pressure will fire up and we're away. Now I can put my mud flaps on. Awesome bit of kit, and the fact it's portable means I can take it between vehicles and have a completely automated tyre inflation system wherever I go.
This is pretty exciting. Obviously I left Sooty down at the camp. I'm jumping in the big GQ with Tony. Oh my goodness, there's not much room. I'm not a huge bloke, believe it or not.
It's never good when we have to abandon a vehicle on the track. And with Sooty still stuck down at V-Rock, fingers crossed we can find a replacement in town.
Well, how's this for a little shift of luck? We met some guys, some local guys on the side of the road, believe it or not, who put us in touch with this bloke right here, who's got a tail shaft for an 80 series manual. Thank you so much. How's this?
Right.
They're a lot bigger when they're in one piece. Thanks, guys. This is amazing. It's got it out of strife anyway. We'll put this back in Sooty now. So back down to 6 stage. Let's see if we can't get it out of here.
With the rest of the rigs parked up, we've taken off on foot back down 6 stage to last night's camp.
All right.
And with spirits high, reinstalling the new tail shaft shouldn't take any more than 10 minutes.
Run into a little bit of a snag. This tail shaft is actually fractionally too long. When I say fractionally, probably about 5 mil or so. In a bold move, we're going to attempt to shorten this tail shaft ourselves by taking this lip completely off. Now, we just need to get off this track. If we can do that, obviously it's not going to stay in Sooty for road use, but this will get us maybe off the track. I'm going to give it a crack. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, boys.
It's not often you cut a tail shaft to suit halfway up Australia's toughest track. And after the first cut, it's looking like we might have to be more brutal with the grinder and take some more off.
Yeah, that's as much as you're going to get him.
That's
right?
heaps. That's going to work. That's short.
It has to.
It has to. Good news is we are done. The tail shaft is in. The other news on the agenda, we need to get out of here. Well, it's nice to be back in full drive, Jocko.
Oh yeah. With Shauno and Tim back under their own steam, it's all hands on deck to get these vehicles to the top of 6 stage. Stop there.
Doesn't sound good. On the tail shaft?
Yeah, it's sitting on the shaft. I think we should winch from there.
Yeah, winch it.
Definitely.
Oh, I couldn't handle it. Emotionally, we did another tail shaft. Apparently it's got scratched.
With that extremely close call, it's now time for Tim and Shaun to tackle the final stage. I reckon we hooked the winch on there, to be honest.
Yeah, you can winch there if you want.
Yeah.
Hold there. I'm going to free spoil him.
Better to save the canopy this close to the end.
A little bit of drive, a little bit. That's good. To the left. Yep. Keep winching. No drive. Winch. Winch. So, that playing card was in that.
I might just leave the winch on for this.
You probably have a drive from there if you wanted.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more forward. Look at that tyre. Right, yeah, you good there?
Drive, yep.
Go.
Yeah.
That's it. Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
This is the scary bit because you don't want to do panels.
That's it. Ooh. Keep going. Yeah, stay on that. A little bit of right hand down. Yeah, look at that. Oh. So close. If we can winch your nose forward like a couple of meters, it'll just keep you out of this hole. As soon as you slip into this hole, it's just gonna dig you into this.
Yeah, I reckon just go whack it right up the top, Jocko. Might as well just put the winch on just to get me off this rock, and I'm going to use it again anyway here, so I'll just keep it on. That's why I've gone all the way up. I'm just going to winch the whole way. A little bit of drive in between as I winch.
I don't blame Shaun for taking this approach. One last climb, mate.
Pretty steep.
See a bit left hand down? Just a little drive through, just to get your rear up. That's it. Very nice. Beautiful.
Little drive. There we go. Oh, that's a good feeling. You know what? Very rewarding to a track that is that hard, that has caused a lot of damage. Just nice to have done that before the sun goes down for a second day. I'm peaking, this is awesome.
Well, lads, 6 stage. Do I get a hug? Yeah! How good's that? How do you feel?
I feel very good. I feel good enough to hug two blokes on the top of 6 stage. And you know what? It lived up to the hype.
It did.
It did. I've done some pretty wild tracks all over the world, the same as you. But this one has got it. In terms of just, you know, you've got to have a car that you don't care about, or it's a ute, or it's purposely built for a track like this.
Yeah, built for purpose is a big one.
It's a big one, and this is a very challenging track, but also it's not forgiving. There's lots of rocks, lots of trees, it's tight, you got to get your line perfect, it's technical. Yesterday I had a headache because I was thinking so much.
Yeah.
And here we are at the top of 6 stage.
It's so good, mate. And it's also one of those tracks where if your car isn't built right, particularly with bar work, it's not a case of you do a little bit of damage, you'll trolley it. So
I can see you could ride a car off in one challenge, and there's 6 challenges here. Oh, there's more than 6 challenges. The whole thing's a challenge. Epic, mate. I'm stoked.
Well,
I'm
with that in mind, what do you reckon, camp?
I would love to.
Let's
I'd love
do it,
to.
With the vehicles at the top of 6 stage, it's time for a quick selfie with everyone because it's a bit of a track tradition when you reach the top. After the toughest tracks, we finally make it to camp. And what a spot it is. Overlooking the mountain ranges as far as you can see. All that's left to do is crack a beer and enjoy this view.
Now, you've seen the fancy big fit out in Sooty here. I've got a full draw system. It's working an absolute treat. Now, you're probably assuming that I've redone the 12 volt setup because last time you saw it, I only had the go block in here. Well, surprise, surprise, I've retained the go block because I love it so much. It is so simple and it works. And that's what I love about this whole setup. So yes, I could have put some fancy stuff in. I've got room down the wings. In fact, I could put one of the most fancy 12 volt setups you've ever seen in here, but you just don't need it. Now, this is the perfect solution for somebody who doesn't want to wire up a big 12 volt system. So what you get in this go block is 100 amp hours of lithium plus a 50 amp charger. And it is so basic. There is no wiring. I just run an Anderson plug from the go block to power the camp lights and the fridge. It is simple as that, and it'll last a full weekend off the grid because you've got 100 amp hours of lithium, right? Good thing as well, I can remove that from the vehicle easy and run it in a side-by-side vehicle, in a boat, in a caravan, whatever you need, you can take it with you. We've even actually put it up in the balcony at home to run a fridge during Christmas time. It is that versatile. Well, I've got to be honest with you guys, just seeing Sooty here at camp is nothing short of a bit of a miracle. At one stage, I thought, you know what, this vehicle's going to have to live on 6 stage because when you break a tail shaft off a hill like that, and then you get a tail shaft which is also the wrong size, it makes for a bit of a challenge. But however we go...
Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Welcome to the party.
I just figured Graham's not here, so I'll do his little trick.
Cheers, cheers,
cheers, mate.
tonight, Jocko, I'm cooking burgers, mate. I know they're one of your favourites, and I couldn't come to 6 Stage without cooking a burger up. Now, it's not any old burger. It is the 6 Stage burger.
How's this going to work? Because...
let me explain. Now, for every challenge that you drove successfully out of the 6, you get 1 patty added to your burger.
Huge.
Now, starting with Jocko, you're going to have 6 patties. You know, you could have winched everything. I still would have given you 6 patties.
Fair enough.
Tony's got 5, and all the wagon boys have got 4.
Yep.
And you know what? We should probably have 6 because taking a full body wagon up that track is insane.
You don't have a dent just here, so that's a big
You know what? I don't. I've got dents everywhere else though. But what I'm going to do, jump into the Dometic, because in here, I have a heap of really cool things. The first one is mints. Now, there's more where this came from. Now, it's not any old mints. I've got a little bit of butter as well. Check this out.
Ooh, garlic butter?
Garlic butter. So you're going to...
Give it a little baste.
And there you go. We're going to have to use our fingers here,
Yep,
Jocko.
my hands are clean.
You have? I'm going to give this a fair old salt and pepper. Jump in, yeah. Start mixing around. Right, that's 1 batch. Now, I've got the exact same again. So, how many patties are we talking?
23, 24.
Okay, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
All right. So just roll them into little balls, and what we're going to do is squish those down onto the hot plate, just like so. We'll grab one of those balls here, and we're going to flatten that little guy right down. You want to make these guys as thin as you absolutely can.
Like a smash patty.
Like a smash patty.
All right, so you pretty much made my dinner there, mate, because you probably fit about 6 patties on there.
6 patties, exactly, in fact. So, yeah, exactly right. Why don't we call some of the other boys to grab some of your balls, Jocko?
Boys, come grab some of my balls. Give them a little flip.
Give them a little flip. As soon as you flip them, you got to put cheese on. The second you flip them. We've got 6 on here. We've got 2 other cookers going. Everybody's helping out tonight. Burger night can be quite stressful, but the results... How good's this, eh? That is looking all sorts of naughty, this one.
That's 1 burger.
That's 1 burger. When you look at it like that, it's quite a heavy plate.
I'm already breathing slow.
Now, there's a little bit going on here, so excuse me if this gets a bit messy, but we're going to do our absolute best. Now, first thing I'm going to do to get the bases, I'm going to put the meat on first, is the plan. So I'm going to put a little bit of burger sauce on, which ones are the bottoms?
They're all the bottoms down there.
All the bottoms?
Yep.
Okay, let's start with, this one here is a 4 patty burger. Can you count this one, Jock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5.
That's Tony's then.
That is a 6 patty burger. Jock, keep your eye on this one, mate.
Yep.
It's a 6 patty burger. Feeling pretty generous today, so we're gonna up some of the wagons to 5 patties. Next step, have a quick sip. This is hard work. Yeah, you might need a plate. Now, I'll never say that with burgers. Normally, that's what's good about burgers. You don't need a plate, but for these ones, I'm changing mine. Boys, come around. We've got some exciting news to share. You know how I said that, you know, Jock got the 6 and you got the 5 and we got 4s and all the rest of it? Yep. Guess what? Jock's got the 6.
Oh my goodness.
and we've all got 5s.
Wow.
We've all got 5s. Grab a burger, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. Look at this little guy. Oh, that little fella there.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to scoop that onto the plate.
How is that? How is that? That is the coolest hamburger ever. Look at that. That's like when someone rocks up on 37s and you only got 35s.
Come on.
Holy.
Get that thing in there.
I'm going to have to take this out.
Oh my goodness.
Boys.
How do you do this?
Holy. So I'll be seeing you boys in Nowra Hospital.
Holy. And because this is the 6 stage burger, you got to finish it. There's no recoveries allowed. You've got to get to the top of this hill climb. So boys, I suggest we go and sit around the fire. Try and wrap your mouths around this one because I don't reckon you can. Great. Good luck. I can't do that.
No, it's too good.
With all the vehicles successfully through 6 stage and parked up at this cracking campsite, it really is the perfect way to finish our trip. For us now, we're going to enjoy a bit more bush telly. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on 4 Wheel Drive 24/7.